There was a time when Brazilian Jiu Jitsu felt underground, gritty, mysterious, a little dangerous. You either stumbled into it or got invited. It had that secret fight club energy, tight circles, quiet killers, and weird moves no one had ever heard of, but that were almost guaranteed to work in a street fight. Now, your dentist trains. Every suburban dad is rolling, and we've all seen the memes to prove it. Somewhere right now, a blue belt is filming a YouTube breakdown of a sweep they hit once in the hopes of becoming a BJJ influencer. So, is BJJ still cool? Has it gone from raw to routine? From cult classic to suburban spin class with chokes? Worse yet, is it becoming karate? And more importantly, does cool even matter? If the art still works and the right gym still exists. Let's dig in.
All right. This is the Black and Blue podcast. Myself, Travis, the black belt, Canadian tree stump, Emmett. We are back. This is episode 18. And yeah, we're going to dig into it. We're going to dig into a few different subjects around this. And yeah, we'll just jump right into it. There's a bunch of things that we're going to talk about probably throughout the episode that have been happening in like all of jiu-jitsu. We'll get you. Don't worry. Don't worry.
I know exactly what you want to jump. I can feel your energy.
This is emanating. This is like boom,
you want to jump into the Moneyberg or whatever his name is, right?
What a douchebag.
Oh my god. Yeah. His face on his own logo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's the worst. And honestly, anyone that thinks that he's a black belt is getting paid. That's all there is to it with that guy. But yeah, when we're looking at, is it cool? What does cool mean? What are we looking at? So, everyone with a sleeve tattoo? Right? Is that where we're just getting sleeve bros here?
Sleeve bros, yeah. And you know, that's actually kind of a good example too, right? I mean, that's something that used to be like, you saw someone that had a sleeve tattoo and you were like, that motherfucker is probably in the circus.
Yeah, or a biker, or some bad,
yeah,
right?
Or a biker that's in the circus.
Yeah, that's totally a thing.
We're gonna go to the biker circus right after this.
Yeah. On that point, though, that sphere where it's like the dirt bikes that rip around in a sphere.
Totally,
dude, that's the craziest shit I've ever seen. I love that.
That is still underground.
Yeah. That's one of those things that you are pretty damn cool.
You're cool, and you're always probably going to be cool because no one else is going to learn how to do that. But you know, there's all kinds of things that I think start off cool, or at least start off sort of with a really tight subculture, and then everyone starts to kind of glom on, and it all of a sudden it loses the mystique, and it just becomes sort of average and watered down.
As soon as you get like those average celebrities endorsing it, not the cool ones, not like Keanu Reeves
or Tom Hardy, which we talked about on the podcast,
but you get like the Demi Lovato. Actually, I shouldn't say that. She actually rolls, and she does pretty well for herself. Let's look at Ashton Kutcher.
Okay.
When you get that guy, you're just like, oh yeah, really? Like that's what we're going into.
Yeah,
like you know that's when your underground has went.
Yeah, it's out the window.
Yeah.
And I mean, I guess you can't blame the guy for wanting to get into it.
No, it's awesome, and it's a great way to keep in shape. It's a great way to like have mental clarity. You learn how to defend yourself. When you tie your brown belt improperly and it looks like a piece of shit, you're like, okay.
Yeah.
Are you in it?
That's why I just go no gi, because I can't handle the embarrassment of not knowing how to tie my belt properly.
I knew it.
But yeah, so like what made it cool to begin with was it, so you know, it kind of popped onto the scene with the UFC, and then all of a sudden people were like, a few people, because it was passed around on VHS, and it was like a few people that you maybe heard of, and it was like if you were already into martial arts and kind of like in that zone in your life, you might be interested in watching it. And then you're like, whoa, what is that? And then you would have to like order shit from online, or not online. Like,
It wasn't. No, it was like through magazines.
Yeah, it was through magazines.
You had to order through magazines, or you saw like this one random advertisement if you had cable or something like that.
Yeah.
It was very, very interesting. And like there's a cool time where it was like WWF and UFC, because Ken Shamrock came from the UFC, and he was like in UFC 3 or something like that.
Yeah.
And then he came over to WWF, and he's the world's most dangerous man. And he had like the gloves, and you're like, what is this?
Yeah.
And that's how a lot of people actually kind of got introduced to it.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh. And then some people were like, well, WWE is fake and this is real, so this is the stuff. And then other people were like, no, WWF's real for me.
Yeah.
So you got a lot of like crossover there, and that was like that underground. Oh yeah, you like WWF? Nerd. I'm a UFC, and like I actually trained to like choke people out.
And I remember like, because like I trained like a little bit a long time ago, right?
The armbar machine.
The armbar machine, yeah. And like I remember just being like, with the little bit of knowledge I had, just being like, dude, I'm gonna mess someone up. And I did.
Yeah.
But like nowadays you would have to be a lot more careful. And I'm not saying I did, like I went around doing that. It just happened once, right?
Just shouldering people as you're walking down Vancouver. You're just like, what's this, buddy?
But like there was a feeling of like, I have some unique knowledge that other people, I know they do not have it.
A superpower.
That's what
it's like, and it still is. It's still a superpower, because not a lot of people train. It's just a little bit more out there, right?
Yeah.
But it's still a superpower. If you train, man, you're and like with the vast majority not training, you're above and beyond it.
Yeah.
And we talked about it a little bit in the last podcast about seeing like jujitsu in movies.
Right.
And now you're like, oh, it's somewhat like seeing real fighting or real jujitsu or anything like that, or doing it. You're like, you watch an old movie and you're like, oh, that wouldn't work. It takes some of that magic away, in a sense. But
I think like one thing, kind of hopping around here a little bit, but one thing is that I really saw jiu-jitsu in its early form as combat effectiveness, and a big turn that it's taken over the last 25 years or whatever is that now it's comp.
Well, so it used to be like jujitsu versus other martial arts, and jujitsu is really good at defeating other martial arts. Now it's jujitsu versus jujitsu,
right?
And you're starting to see that game, right?
Yeah.
It's like, and
it's looking inward,
and you're like, like I always have this thing in the back of my mind. I just want that like blood sport style thing where it was a style versus a style again, where you don't do anything, but kickboxer or Muay Thai or boxer, like Jimerson versus Gracie, where it was that really cool. And we've seen like it's already played out. Jiu-jitsu wins.
But
that being said, Jiu-jitsu won because they knew what the hell they were doing, and all these other guys that were in the first few tournaments were just like, I get paid, sure, I'm gonna go in. I have a record of 300 street fights, and then you hear them talking later like, I knew nothing, I just wanted a paycheck.
Right.
Like, oh shit,
you mean they didn't even know the martial art they claimed to know?
No. And they had like no fights, and like it's crazy, some of the shit like people were saying. They're like, I'm a black belt and
sure,
and like,
but even if they were, it's like it's apples and oranges, right?
I would love to see like the highest level like boxer at the same weight class against the highest level jiu-jitsu guy. Only jiu-jitsu. You're not allowed to cross train.
Right.
I think that would be That'd be awesome.
See, how I think about it is more from like a self-defense, like real world perspective, where like you know, like I was saying, you're walking around and you're like, I feel pretty confident that if anyone messed with me,
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna mess them up. You know, less than like the spectacle aspect of it, but now like I think the term is navel gazing. Have you ever heard that term?
No.
Where you're just like looking inward and just like going down the rabbit hole of self-referential shit, and it's like,
Okay.
you know, if I'm doing shin to shin and you're doing, and it's like, okay, but if a guy's running at you with a bat, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, close distance, grapple around him, or get the hell out of there.
Yeah, or get that, sure, of course,
But if you have no option, close the distance before that bat has any options.
yeah,
And then like bear hug, take him down, choke his ass out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like there's something a lot more sort of like real and gritty about that to me.
And you see him pop up on like social media every now and then, where it's like someone was getting robbed or someone was trying to steal some shit
Mhm.
from someone that trains, and there's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. I can't remember what her name was, but she's like a high level like UFC,
Yeah,
and she's got her black belt in jiu-jitsu, and she's just like I think it was like a reverse triangle, and this guy is like crying.
yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
it works. And actually just recently there's this like home invasion that happened, and this 14-year-old girl,
No way.
yeah, held off this one guy that was just like trying to break in, take the keys of the car or something, and she just happened to be awake and scared the shit out of her. But she's like she was like a like high level, like always competing 14-year-old,
Yeah.
and I think she like rear naked choked him out.
Oh my god.
And then the police got called and all this other stuff because everyone woke up. And then she just held on to it, and she's like, he had come to, she would choke him out. He would come to, she would, and
Nice.
she's just like, well, I don't want to like take his life,
Yeah.
but I also don't want him to do anything. And like,
That's
it was
like
crazy.
That's like how you were always saying if a bunch of guys came into your house, you would beat them off, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
It's that 100-man thing, right? I could definitely. There's a reason why I have a knife right
Anyways, yeah. So I think there's the celebrity thing. There's a ton of examples of things that used to be cool. One of them for me is and maybe we've even talked about this on the podcast, but when I was young, I loved comic books. I was super, super into comic books. I still have like cases of them at home. Some of them might even be worth something, but like, and I felt you always like, you could fill in the gaps with your imagination. And then Marvel started making all those movies, and all the nerds started being like, oh, they really did this wrong. And like, there's like a zillion movies on YouTube of nerds analyzing these movies. And some of them are okay. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I've watched a bunch of them, but it takes the magic out of the comic, you know, like reading the comic book in your room at night as a kid and like imagining it, and you know, and it's just, I feel like it just erased the magic.
I would say there's fair points in that, but I'd also say if you were a comic book nerd and you watch the movies and there's those little Easter eggs that nobody would know,
Right?
But then you catch it and you're just like, that is hilarious. And like, like in like Deadpool versus Wolverine, where they get thrown through that I can't remember, it was the guy that drew Deadpool, but he couldn't draw feet.
Rob Liefeld. Yeah.
And like it was like Liefeld's shoes or something that he couldn't draw feet.
Right.
And like, if you read the comic books, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Whereas if you didn't, you're like, oh, you just got thrown through a building or whatever.
Yeah.
Right. But yeah, and yeah, the over analyzing and nerd kind of like going, no, that's not how it is. Like, hey, just take it as its own form of entertainment.
Sure.
I still read like one of my favorite series for comic books was Michael Bendis's run on the Ultimates.
Oh,
so it was like,
never heard of that.
It was almost a reimagining of like the Avengers and stuff like that.
Okay.
And it is so well done.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Michael something Bendis. I can't remember why. There's a little thing in there.
Okay.
Yeah. Awesome. I read the first two, and then the third one got another guy to do it, and I was like, eh. But the first two, awesome. And like I still read comic books because, well, I enjoy them, but I do understand
Yeah.
your imagination, and you get to like kind
Yeah,
of fill it
totally.
in for yourself.
Yeah.
Whereas what Disney did to Marvel, just
Yeah. And like, to me too, you know, to go back to bring it back to jiu-jitsu a little bit, it's that the fanboy thing, I think, is just sort of like super whack, you know, like not nerding out in the sense that you like that you nerd out, like
what are you trying to say?
Like which is amazing, right? Because you'll just learn everything there is to know about a thing, and not in that way. I mean, in like people who are just sort of like dilettantes, and they're like, they pretend to know a lot and they talk about it, but they don't do it. And
yeah,
you know,
like
and they
the
like
armchair quarterback,
armchair quarterbacks, and they're like, yeah, sure, they might go to class, and they know like everything that Craig Jones has said, and they're like, oh, this is a Juji Gatami cross, whatever, and it's
and
like,
then you watch them roll, and you're just like, you don't know shit.
You're a fucking bag of limp noodles, you know.
Those guys are the worst, but they're the most vocal online. And
Yeah,
it's like, oh,
if he had only done a Juji Gatami, he would have won. Like, you're talking about Gordon Ryan.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, go back to your mom's basement and shut up.
Yeah. Those guys are the worst. And the problem I find is like, you sit there, and the hard part is like, I mean, it's everywhere, but the most intelligent are usually like quieter about that kind of stuff. Like, they don't go into it because,
of course, yeah.
And then you get the people that are like dumb,
Yeah,
and they're like, look at this thing I'm reposting, and like,
yeah,
that's how smart I am, and I like to do this, and it's like, oh,
yeah,
you get that, and like, social media is horrible for that.
yeah,
And and like, I post a lot of shit,
yeah,
on Instagram and all that, but I'm never like, this is how it is. Like, I'm like, oh, like I'll post
yeah
shit, and I think it's hilarious. Like that one about like that dude that like got his wrist bent backwards in the IBJJF.
Oh, and he got kicked in the he kicked the guy in the stomach.
Like this.
It's like, how dare you bend my wrist backwards in a jiu-jitsu competition?
When did jiu-jitsu become the sport that soccer people could make fun of for diving like that? It's like, oh my goodness. I remember like, everyone was like, soccer, oh, you get poked and he dives.
Yeah.
That's what just happened in IBJJF, and you're just like looking at it, you're like, oh, this is the sport? Like, what are you doing?
That's lame, man. You know, and I think like, and I get, you know, even as you're talking about your take on the fanboy thing, like, you can ignore it, and you should ignore it, right? There's no, but it's like, there's a lot of things out there that are cool, and then when those types of people get a hold of it, it makes you not really want to be a part of it, because you're like, I don't really want, but
I don't want to be associated.
I don't want to be associated with that. Like, I don't want to be like a Marvel nerd. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, like, I don't want to be a 40-year-old guy with making videos with dolls behind me going like, if only they'd have stuck to the true nature of Deadpool. Like, what, man? Like,
and I guess like
Travis is like hiding the dolls.
And I'm like, oh, let's put those away. Funny enough, I got those little like manipulated, those ones that like are like anatomically.
Oh, articulated.
Yeah, they can go through, and like they just look like little robots.
Yeah.
So I can take a picture of it, and then I can draw over it.
Yeah, dude, totally.
Or like my for my book kind of thing. I'm just like, oh, this is how I want to see it.
Dude, your drawings are awesome, man. Those are really good.
I literally just got back doing it because I wrote this book, and I was like, I've drawn forever, and like I doodle all the time, but to actually sit down and go through it, and then I got called out on because I had a TikTok. I have a TikTok because my sister's like, you need to get on TikTok so it gets out there. I'm like, oh, okay. So I got on that, and I posted one of my pictures that I put into what is it, like on my tablet.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I'm not exactly drawing it. I have my drawing,
Yeah.
pen and paper or
Yeah.
pencil and paper,
Yeah.
and then I just uploaded that, and then I drew over it
Yeah.
with my
Yeah. You're yeah, I know.
my
Your
software.
stylus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then yeah, I'm not doing the pencil, but like it helps you and
Yeah.
it does all the stuff. I'm like, and this guy's like, oh, that's AI. I was like, what? No, like,
Oh, really?
one, I barely know how to do that. Like, I know how to make a description for my YouTube videos.
Yeah, yeah.
Beyond that, I'm like, wow,
That's
I don't know
interesting.
enough. But yeah, he was like, this is AI. I was like, here's the original picture.
Oh,
and
really?
then here's the tablet I use, and here's like this.
Did he comment again?
No, he deleted his comment.
So even better. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, okay, I guess
that was AI.
Yeah. And I mean, usually I would just be like, meh. But I was like, look one post before you commented that, and you'll see.
Yeah, this is similar quality and stuff.
No, you'll see my original drawing
got it.
when I was like 20.
Right.
So
no way.
I've been writing this book for like over 20 years.
Oh, amazing, man.
And now I finally put, and sorry, this is like, everyone's like, this is boring. But like, I wrote this book and I've been writing, and the way that I write is in like giant paragraph form.
Okay.
So when someone's talking, it's all in paragraphs.
Okay.
And I'm like, I'm putting it into this book form, and I'm like, ooh, okay, I'm gonna have to change a lot. And that has been one of the like biggest things ever, is just like writing how I usually write in my head in like giant paragraph form.
Yeah.
To like book form, to have like take block of writing and condense it into what actually matters about what they're saying, rather than being like having this long of conversation and being like, jokes on you kind of thing. Like you have to like take it down, cut it. It's crazy. I love it.
You're sculpting it into something that people can digest.
Super interesting way, like super interesting. And I have so much more respect for people that have like started writing. I was like writing this forever, and like I have all the characters for probably like 20 books. Like I have like, it's crazy amounts of information that I have written across multiple journals.
I guess when you don't sleep, you can do that kind of stuff. So
And, like I used to play a lot of like role-playing games. So, like Dungeons and Dragons, Rifts, all this other shit. And I used to just read those books.
Not shocked by that.
I don't think anyone is. I don't think anyone is.
Maybe I'll watch my tone around nerds. How about that? That's really cool though, man.
It will be releasing this year.
Nice. That's amazing.
Yeah. I need an editor.
Okay. Well,
I don't know.
I could always take a quick look at it for you, but
oh yeah, I'll give it to you. You can read it all as long as I get an Amazon review out of it.
Sounds good. So
I don't know where that came from. I apologize.
No, it's all good. I mean, I think it helps to draw a distinction again, like between what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the people who dive deep into things and like are just super into it. I'm talking about those hangers on that are just sort of like, they make it their whole personality, but they don't have a depth of knowledge about it, you know? And like a few other things that have kind of, I think, just to like create some more context, I think a few things that have followed a similar path. One that I thought about is breakdancing. So like that whole like breakdancing and like even like graffiti subcultures. Like I remember that shit being so cool when I was a kid and being like, wow, those guys are like, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And like now it's that Australian chick in the Olympics, like flailing around, and it's in the Olympics, and it's like,
I think as soon as anything hits the Olympics, it gets lame. Like snowboarding. Snowboarding was that niche thing that nobody ever did. Like, and you got ridiculed, and you were like that outlaw on the hill.
You were an outlaw.
Right?
You're literally an outlaw. Like you're not allowed to bring that on the mountain.
Yeah, there's actually still some hills that have no snowboard. Right? And But now, like once it hit the Olympics, like Ross Rubiliati or whatever in '96, and like when he took and all that other stuff, and you're just like, I don't know why I know his name. Like that's crazy. I drew him way back when. Yeah. That was an art project. That's why I know him. Sorry, I'm just like recollecting why. But like snowboarding and graffiti, breakdancing. Gio Martinez and Boogeyman, like the brothers, they're breakdancers.
Oh, really? Yeah, that's like, cool. Nice.
Kind of like that cool nitty underground breakdancing.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You would have like battles.
Yeah, totally.
And then you see like you all have to wear the same suit and you all have to wear this. It's like, oh,
it's like it's just watered down bullshit.
Yeah.
You know,
it's brutal.
And there's a lot of watered down bullshit jiu-jitsu stuff out there. IBJJF at the top of the pile now.
Yeah. I think they're quickly falling.
Yeah.
You just keep seeing these things and you're just like, oh, you're not doing too well.
Another one is punk. Like punk used to be like this shit which was like bloody and violent and like had like a real like at least the punk that I know of, like it was super like it had a message of like anti-racism and like it was like hardcore underground shit. And then like, you know, in the 90s or whatever it was, you had that retro punk shit like
and you see people
what are they called in, like
I can't
you know those that new punk shit.
It was like new age punk.
Yeah, and it's like teenagers crying about lost love and it's like this is not the same thing.
Like
but
you
it's
get the
just,
emo kind of coming in.
Yeah.
One of the like that, you get like Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah.
Who are like, I won't do what you tell me and all that.
Yeah.
And now they're like, follow what the government says.
Are they doing that?
Dude, I think so. Anyways, there's like, you got to do this and because that's what the rules are.
Oh, are we talking about COVID?
A little bit, yeah. Well,
I have no idea.
For a band that said,
"Fuck you," I won't do what you tell me. Yeah,
and they're like, "You're not getting into my concert unless you have the little pass." It's like, I mean, your initial mess, and okay, so and I got Eric Church, who's like I don't know if you know him, but he's like kind of a modern day Steve Earle, like an outlaw country kind of thing, like Copperhead Road, but he was along that vein. And then like I had all his CDs, I had everything, and then I had like it all on Spotify.
Yeah.
And then he did the same thing. And he's like, no, if you're not vaccinated or whatever, or you don't have your passport, you're not getting into my concert. And I was like, one of your songs is literally saying fuck you to the government.
Yeah.
So then I just like deleted all the songs off my thing. I was like, I'm done with you. Like I don't mind what way you go.
Yeah.
But be true to yourself in all aspects. If you're like, I'm an outlaw, but maintain all the rules.
Yeah.
Like, I'm done with you. I'm just instantly done. I'm just and like if you're true to yourself with it and you be true to yourself with it, cool.
Okay, so
I respect you.
I'm gonna go on a wildly off base rant here for a second. Somewhere along the line, I was watching a video about Katy Perry. You know who that is?
Shit, yeah.
And like
she went to space.
She went to space. Wink. Yeah. But so her whole thing was being this sort of like candy pop bullshit, whatever, and she was great at that. Yeah. And then somewhere along the line, she decided, you know what? I'm not sure if this is the right thing for me. I think I'm going to be like a feminist icon. But then that kind of like wasn't working out. So she tried to like shift again. And it's like people instantly saw through that and were like, no, fuck off.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, it's just an example of like, if you're not true to like who you actually are and you're in that position of being like, people are looking at what you're doing, they're going to be like, oh, that's so everything you're saying is fake. Like,
yeah. And like, I have interesting conversations with people online and I don't hate them. I don't do anything. There's like, I don't believe in what you posted is true. I'm like,
right.
Cool. Let's have a discussion. Let's talk.
Yeah.
As soon as I see them kind of wavering, I'm like, oh, like you only want to have counter arguments for shit like that. Like you're like,
Right.
oh, I don't like what you say there, but now I also don't like what you have to say there, even though I used to believe in that. You're looking for a counter argument.
What do you mean? Like they
like
they just want to argue?
yeah,
Right.
and those people I have no time for. But the people that are legitimately true to who they are, I love talking to them because they're passionate about it, or they at least have knowledge there.
Yeah,
I like that. But yeah, there's some people out there that are just like, oh,
yeah. There's a lot of that. What's that expression? A mile wide and an inch deep bullshit.
Yeah.
Even skateboarding. I mean, I think skateboarding kind of has retained a bit of rawness, to be honest.
I think it kind of started going up to like the is it still cool? And now it's kind of come back down to where it's cool.
Yeah.
Like it's now back to an underground kind of thing. Like not many people do it, and the people that do it are just like, I don't care.
You know what got severely fucked up is surfing.
Oh,
it's just like it used to be this thing where, and I wasn't even, I mean, I guess it kind of was in the early days when I was doing it. It was still pretty like not everyone was doing it, and we were going to places where there'd be no one out and stuff. And now it's just like you try to surf anywhere in the world, and there is 400 people in the water. Most of them have no idea what they're doing. It's aggro, it's shitty, it's crowded, it's lame. Like I get psyched about doing it, and then I go out to do it and I'm like, but here's the thing. Here's the thing about surfing and jiu-jitsu, bringing it back.
Nice.
Bringing it back, Trav.
Yeah.
Bringing it back. Is that if you're good enough in surfing that you can go out when it starts to get heavy, there's not going to be a lot of people out there. And if you're the kind of person who has stuck it out and learned jiu-jitsu, and you're going to the right gym and you're with the right people and you have the right mindset and you're doing your thing and you're ignoring all that bullshit, who gives a fuck?
Totally. And that's a great like point to stick on, right? Because if you can ignore the 95% of bullshit, and hey, I do it, but I do it for a purpose of promoting myself and putting myself out there. But I still have like all that free shit on YouTube. Like I have all that technique. I want to put that out there. I still compete all the time. I try to compete as much as possible.
Yeah.
And you want that out of, if that's what you want to get better at, and that's your nerd kind of thing, that's what you should be doing. You should be putting your time towards it, whether it's competing or not.
Yeah.
You can be we've talked about it before, the Matt Savage that's never competed. Like that's a goal that you could have.
Totally.
Those are the people that are just awesome.
And just you tune it out. Like, and for me, seeing it through the lens of surfing is like, if you're good enough, strong enough, like paddler, and like brave enough, and you know the water well enough, you're going to be able to go out on days, at times, and in places where that 90% of people, 95% of people they're just not going to make it past the break.
Yeah, they can't.
They can't do it. I'm not saying I'm that guy, but those guys exist.
I'm sure, like, and that's sticking with it day in, day out.
If I was surfing every day, it's like jiu-jitsu, you get to a level where it's like, and not even a level, but like a mindset where it's like, that's cool that stuff exists, whatever. It gives it a bit more of almost like a eternal quality. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm doing this for me. I'm doing this to get better. I'm doing this I have my own sets of goals. I don't care what Craig Jones or Gordon Ryan or Mikey Musumeci or anyone or Derek Moneyberg or whatever the fuck that guy's name is. Who cares? I come to train and I shut everything out.
Yeah.
You know?
I like to poke fun at all that shit.
Yeah.
That's actually just a form of my entertainment is poking fun at that shit. Cause you're just like, oh my goodness, you guys, why are we even putting time into this?
I do wish we had a big enough following that we could call out Moneyberg and be like, come fight a blue belt.
Yeah, I would put any of my blue belts up against that guy.
Any of the blue belts.
Almost any of the blue belts.
Not me, obviously. Yeah. I mean, you can sit this one out.
Yeah. But I'd put up a good blue belt against
Yeah,
them,
yeah.
and I guarantee my blue belt would wreck them.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
like, you go to a comp club that's like exceptional. Look at like 10th Planet Calgary. Those guys, their white belts are absolute killers.
Yeah.
Like their entire mat is awesome, and you put them on that mat, a white belt wrecks them.
Yeah.
Right? Like
Yeah.
it's insane that so many people were like, no, he definitely has skill. It's like, okay, let's see it. No, he doesn't want to show. It's like, oh, you're just
Yeah. He wants to show the black belt, but he doesn't want to show the skill. Come on.
Like, well, let's go.
Come
Let's
on,
see
man.
it. Let's see what's up. You have 3,000 hours. Congrats, buddy.
Yeah. Another one, just sticking on this topic of subcultures that got lame, and like kind of they wind up blowing themselves up too in some cases. A big one is CrossFit. Like that was I went to a CrossFit class like a long time ago at a gym in Vancouver, and it was gritty, man. It was really, really hard, and it was really, really gritty. And then I actually did a few years here in Canmore, which was good. I liked it. It was kind of messed up my shoulders, but even at that time, it was sort of like, I don't know, pretty watered down. Like, you know, anyone could kind of show up and do it, and I don't know.
Yeah, like that's like anything like bikers, right?
Yeah.
Anyone can go out and buy a Harley now and put on the jack.
Yeah,
do
yeah.
all that shit. One that's like personal for me would be like stock car racing.
Oh yeah,
that shit used to be the grittiest. Like
That
they
shit
used to just like.
Is it not gritty anymore?
Well, they kind of put it towards like it evolved into NASCAR.
Oh,
Kind
okay.
of thing, or like IndyCar, and like they're all cookie cutter cars.
Oh, okay.
When I was watching, like back when like my mom used to race.
Oh, no way.
Back when, like
That's awesome.
It was called Powder Puff, and like my uncle,
Yes.
my uncle had a race car. My grandpa, or my like my grandpa on my dad's side, he had a race car, and like the old open wheel, like looked like a hot dog kind of car.
Yes.
He raced that kind of car.
That's awesome.
And it was really cool. And then like you get into stock cars, and you just like grabbed a car that was like off the lot, and you raced, like you altered it a little bit to race on the dirt.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And that was the cool one, where like they would smash into each, they'd be like, and there'd be fist fights in the pits and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And now everything is like this cookie cutter.
Yeah, yeah.
Everyone has the same thing. Even in NASCAR, you can't alter much without them being like, that's against the rules. And you're like, what are we playing at here? Like, are we just like racing around in a circle to like get sponsors and all that? Like back in the day, you just had your car that
your car. Yeah.
And like you put a number on it.
Totally, man.
And there was like rules. The rules were the car can't be green, because that's an unfair advantage, because it's lucky. You can't have like the number 13.
That's awesome.
Because that's an unfair advantage.
Yeah. Obviously.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I love that.
That's just physics.
Yeah.
Totally. Yeah.
But like that's the cool shit in my mind.
Yeah.
And then you get to like NASCAR, and you're like, oh, everything is the exact same. It's a cookie cutter, blah, 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 blah. Like rally racing now is the thing that I like. Like out of
racing,
like rally cars, where it's like you just pick a Toyota, Subaru, something.
Oh yeah. Oh, rally car racing.
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah.
And you just go. Right?
Yeah.
That's the
nice.
For me,
that shit's hardcore, man.
Dude.
That shit, did you see that thing? There was maybe like a month ago or so. It was one in Europe, and just like straight crashed into a house, and the whole house came down.
I bet the guys are okay.
Probably.
Those cars, like I've seen them go off hills.
Yeah.
Roll. And the guys are just like, and the one guy keeps his notebook in his hands, and he's like, at the end when they come to, or like finally stop, and it's like, probably 20 rolls. He's like, took a wrong turn.
That's awesome.
I was like, that's racing to me. Like, I like that. When it becomes all this like cookie cutter bullshit, I'm just like, like Gracie Baja, you're just like, it's like so cookie cutter, like jujitsu. You're just like, come on, like,
and you can see it. when you watch some of those guys roll, I'm not saying that there's not a million amazing jiu-jitsu players out of there, but you can see when you watch those guys roll, they're like, oh, you're going for that, huh?
Yeah.
I remember that from 1995.
Yeah, and they do the same thing. And like, hey, if it works, cool.
Yeah, I'm also not saying anything about the basics, you know, the fundamentals.
Totally. But then you get like camps like Gordon, like New Wave, where you have like Gordon Ryan, Gary Tonin.
Yeah.
Vastly different.
Yeah.
And like really, I think it's exciting to watch them both. But like Gary Tonin for sure.
Yeah.
Like he's just got this crazy style. And they're two very, very different people on the mats.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's in the same camp. So those are like the or like B team or anything like that you're seeing all these like cool things come out of, but it's not cookie cutter.
No, it's not cookie cutter. But speaking of racing, this is like easily 20 years ago, if not a bit longer. I went with my dad to a demolition derby. That shit was awesome, man.
Dude, that's a goal in life to hit up one of those.
Yeah.
I love like demolition. Yeah.
Like as a racer, you mean?
I would love to race an old stock car. I think that would be. I did race a mini sprint car around on the dirt track. So it's like a sprint car. That's the big wing one that has the big wing, odd size.
Oh, okay.
On a dirt track, right? They have like the big ass tire, and their tires are actually asymmetrical on the rear.
Okay.
So because they're just in a big oval.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, but I would love to drive a stock car demo derby, man. I would.
That shit was wild. I took a couple really cool photos that I still have, like black and white on film. It was. I did take them on film. Nice. And like they're like black and white on film, and they're just like, you just look at it and you're like, whoa, what is happening in that? It's
I've seen combine demolition derbies. So it's just a combine that's smashing into each other. Like back on the farm, like there's a raceway, Kalmar Raceway. Like that was kind of relatively close. That's where my uncle raced out of.
Yeah.
And yeah, they would have demolition derbies in the middle, like in the pit stuff kind of thing every now and then.
That's
and, like,
so cool,
They
man.
had drag racing on the backside. I don't know. All that was really cool back then. I don't even know if dirt racing is still a thing. I don't know.
But that whole cookie cutter thing of, you know, I don't know how many gyms there are in Calgary, but there's got to be 30.
Oh, at least.
Is there at least 30?
Yeah,
that's wild.
It has exploded. When I first started, there was like maybe 5 or 6.
Yeah.
Like there wasn't any, and there wasn't anyone really like at a level to what I mean by at a level is everyone thinks that you need to be like at least a black or a brown belt or a black belt to coach.
Yeah.
Right? I definitely did not take that route, but at that time there wasn't that many.
Yeah.
Like you had Champions Creed, JR, 101 might have been there. Man, there wasn't many.
Yeah.
It's crazy how much it's exploded since then.
And, you know, speaking of CrossFit too, like I think a lot of people look at it as like a fitness thing. Like, I'm going to go get in shape and do BJJ. I don't know. Do you think that's true?
We've had a few people that have come into like jiu-jitsu to get into shape.
Yeah.
Just because they must have heard it on like Joe Rogan or something.
Well, I've been here for 3 years and I'm still not in shape. So
I know.
What the hell, dude?
Well, you got a piss poor instructor.
That's true.
You got to talk to that guy.
That's true. Yeah.
Oh man, but you do get those people, and the cool thing is to see them go from huffing and puffing, and like dying within like 30 seconds, to being able to last like several rolls. Like we talked about with John a little bit, and he was like, man, it's crazy. Like when he first started, he was heaving, like he was like sucking air, and now he can roll like
that. So that roll that we were talking about just before we started the podcast, where I was talking about that role, that guy just was like, I gotta stop, I'm too tired. And I was just like, okay, no problem. It's all good.
That being said, we are at elevation. People that come here, they don't understand.
That's true.
We had Rob Bernacki come up for that.
And
he's on Vancouver Island.
Yeah.
like sea level.
Yeah.
And he came up here and he's like, I don't get it. I'm like, we're at elevation. He's like, oh.
Yeah.
And I was like, and
That's
then
true.
he's like, so then, but the cool thing with him is he's intelligent enough to go, oh, I have to adjust
Yeah.
what I do.
Totally.
And then he was fine. And it was like, yeah, as soon as he understood, like,
Yeah.
yeah, we're at elevation. It might not seem like it because there's still mountains that are much higher than us,
Yeah.
but we're at elevation and you see it all the time.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Do you think that the explosion of like many gyms, all the online stuff, has it detracted from the tight knit brotherhood kind of aspect a little bit?
A little bit. So it's almost a dual-edged sword. So it detracts from that. I have all the secrets. You have to come to me.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
Yeah.
But then you also have that guy that bought his belt off of Amazon.
Yeah.
Also teaching these secrets that he once saw. And you're just like, you gotta like be aware of that. So yeah, it did some good things where it took the people, and usually like with power corrupts. Absolute power corrupts, absolutely.
Yeah.
And these instructors had the power, and a lot of people, like you see it, get people getting called out a lot, and a lot of older instructors that were like, we have moves named after them.
Yeah.
Right. And now you look back and you're like, oh, he is a shitty human being. Why did he get away with it? Because he was the only one that had this knowledge in this area.
Yeah.
So you kind of have that dual-edged sword where you have that kind of getting dismantled.
Yeah.
And those gyms kind of starting to lose people because, well, they were shitty.
Right.
Which is good. But you also have, shitty jujitsu over here, like McDojo bullshit.
But like, I mean, sort of like the friendship aspect where like, you know, you were talking about like motorcycle clubs or whatever, you know, like, I mean, like the hardcore motorcycle clubs where like, regardless
the
of what
1%ers,
like whatever else they're doing, those guys are a tight knit crew of brothers. You know, like I'm not advocating or certainly not saying anything bad about it. Although I will. What was funny is like I was in Nakasp this last week. It's like up in the Kootenays.
Okay.
It's in the grocery store there, and there was a guy there with like a full patch and everything. And I was like, oh my god, that's like a motorcycle gang.
Yeah, they're coming through to the Calgary. There's a big meetup in Calgary.
And then I saw him and I'm like, dude, I better like kind of like give that guy a wide berth. But he's on the phone and he's like, okay, so you want me to get carrots and celery? What else? And it's just like, oh, you're just a normal dude.
Yeah.
You know,
I grew up with that around me. Like my uncles were all in like biker kind of things.
Oh, really? Okay.
And yeah, so I grew up around it. And honestly, like they're some of the nicest people. And I was told from a young age, if like I am ever lost, like I mean, I lived in the middle of nowhere on a farm for a long time, and then I moved to a town that had 800 people.
Yeah.
But if I was ever in a city and I somehow got lost or whatever, find a biker, like find the guy with the tattoos and the biker jacket, because they're probably going to help you out. And I was like, and I've seen it before, and I've seen it several times where people have been like, yeah, like you go talk to one of those guys, because one, they look big, mean, and scary, so no one's gonna fuck with you with that guy. But he's also going to be like, huh, this little kid was cool, or like fine with this.
Say hi. Sure. And like
that, but on that, sorry to cut you off, of course, but also on that point, there's some complete assholes. Like the ones that you're not allowed to pass on the highway.
Oh, sure. There's,
and you're just like,
but in any group, there's going to be some pieces of shit.
And so that kind of brings it back to that tight knit group. Some smaller clubs like ours, we have tighter connections with people rather than like I know every student that steps onto the mats. Yeah. Where there's some instructors where I talk to like students, I'm like, oh yeah, that's you're under this guy. And they're like, I've never seen him before. I've heard of him. And I'm like,
Oh, really? Whoa.
I'm like, oh, so you must train at his affiliate club. No, I train in that one.
Whoa.
I've just never seen him, met him. I'm like, I'm like, that is like,
Yeah.
I have some affiliates, and yeah, I don't get out to them, but anyone that comes here, I will greet you, and maybe I won't remember your name forever, but
Yeah.
I will ask you your name. I'll say hi.
Yeah.
That is my biggest thing. I will not be that guy. I will not be that guy that doesn't know who the hell you are.
Yeah.
I'm always going to be like, if I see you in the grocery store, I'm like, oh, hey, I can't remember your name, but
Yeah.
you trained.
Sure. Yeah. I meant.
Yeah. Good placement to go. Like, my name is Avon. I'm a blue belt under you. You
Oh,
talk
yeah.
about me?
We won't forget your name, Evan. Yeah, like I was actually going to say a similar thing about like our club is small and we're in a smaller town and there's only one club here. So it's like, yeah, people come and go, whatever, but like there's kind of, generally speaking, there's a core group of people that like, I don't know, there's at least 6 or 8, 10 people here that like, if I was in a jam, I'd send them a text and I'd be like, oh yeah, I'll come help you out.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And I think that's the cool thing. The cool thing about this spot, it's the cool thing, and it's the hardest thing ever, is you get those people for like 6 months to 2 years because they're on a visa.
Yeah.
And you get to know them, and then they're like, okay.
Yeah.
See ya. I'm like, oh.
I'm going to go start my own club.
Yeah. Hey, if people do that, I'm 100% behind you, but it just sucks to have that personal relationship with people and then they take off.
Yeah. Hopping around here again a little bit, but one thing too is music, where like when you find some like a band that like no one else has heard of, and you're just kind of like, whoa, this is awesome, and you listen to it for a while, and then people start to hear about it, and then next thing you know, it's in like movies and stuff, and it's in commercials, and it just kind of, I mean, it just takes something away from it.
Totally.
You know?
Well, I think it's more, it takes something away from you. Like you're like, oh, it
takes something away from you. Yeah.
And it's like, now everybody knows it. And it's like, I knew them before they were cool.
Yeah.
And then you become that guy. And you're like,
yeah.
And like, I have a major music nerd friend.
Oh yeah.
And we went out to I went out to a local band. Their name's Rude, REWD.
Oh, okay.
Rose is one of the singers. She plays instruments.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, really? No.
Yeah. So I went out and listened to that, and I was like, damn, this is awesome. I really like this. They do a cover of like Kid Cudi in like their own little fashion.
Cool, man.
Like, this is
awesome.
The coolest shit ever. And then I was like, I know exactly who will like this. And I brought my nerd friend, and he's like, they're playing this. I was like, I don't know what that is. I just like the music.
Yeah.
I have no idea what you're talking about. And then he like nerds out on stuff, but yeah, that's way beyond the point. But yeah, he's like, they're playing, I can't remember.
Yeah.
I don't know music enough, but
yeah.
Like, and then he was like, this is awesome. I was like, I knew that you would like this. I knew that you would appreciate.
Yeah, that's cool. And then, like they'll become popular, and
oh yeah,
and it's like idiots on the internet are talking about them, and you're like,
yeah, totally. Yeah. That's exactly how it goes down.
Yeah. But I mean, I guess it does speak to the fact that there's something there that people appreciate, you know? So what about my intro comment? Like, is it becoming what karate was in the late 80s, where it's like everyone does karate, everyone owns a gym, they're giving away belts?
I think in some ways it's getting there, but also we have some people that are aware of what happened to karate and are trying to fight against that.
How do they do that?
By keeping true to one, themselves. Two, I would say, rather than going for the money, which a lot of karate clubs did, they're like, oh man, I could get 100 students and not know any of their names, but who cares? They're all paying. And keep it a community.
Yeah.
Something tight knit. right?
Yeah.
We're doing an in-house youth tournament.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get that many. I'm definitely in the negative for like, cause I had to buy the medals and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'm building a community.
Yeah.
I want to build something for these kids. I want to build something so that everyone sees and they can like show off and all this other stuff. And they can actually learn these skills rather than where you see a lot of like bigger clubs or there's like no money.
Yeah.
We're a business. And yeah, I get it. Business.
Yeah.
Is
You gotta
one
feed your family.
Yeah. But I think that there's like a duality and you have to have a good community and a good club and that will bring business in.
Yeah.
And if you get too big for your britches, well,
Yeah.
damn, I feel old by saying that.
Oh,
man.
too big for your
Yeah,
britches.
man. I know that my wife is going to bug me about that one. I say the oldest shit apparently. And she's like, you're really old. Like when someone like when I can't hear something and I go, pardon me. And nobody really says that.
Oh, really?
They go, huh?
Ah.
Yeah. What?
Yeah.
What did you say? Rather than pardon me. But I used to get like slapped upside the head if I was like, huh?
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah. What are you saying? I'm like,
my daughter, she had a daycare provider, whatever you call that, who was a much older lady, and she would make all the kids answer yes, yes or no, not yeah, not huh.
I think that's good.
And so still Rosie will be like Rosie, and she's like yes, and it instantly makes a kid who does that sound 1,000 times smarter than every other kid.
Totally. It's amazing what language posture and confidence.
Posture. I'm like,
yeah.
It's because my mic keeps falling, and I'm like, I keep kind of adjusting, and now I'm just like, I don't know, I'll just fall with it. I'll just sink into the chair.
I too have excuses.
Fine, I'll sit up straight. Yeah, my brother used to do this thing where he would like deliberately, right? He'd ask you a question. So let's say I was asking you, hey Travis, and like go to answer me, right? Like I'll say, hey Travis, what are some steps that someone should take if they want to get from blue to purple?
Well, if you want,
and then you do it again, and you go, huh? Yeah. Until you caught on, and you'd be like, dude, stop doing that. You're like,
I had an older brother, and I had people that tried to do that, and as soon as they said, huh, but I knew, like I'm really good at reading people. I would look at them, I'd be like, cool, and then I would just walk away, or I would just ignore them. And then the more that you ignore them, the more that they get kind of pissed off.
Yeah.
And I have a very good way. Like I can tune out anything.
Oh yeah.
I just go into my mind and I'll just be like researching some shit in my mind. And like I can like replay shit, and then they get mad, and I'm like, oh, I don't care about you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know exactly what that tool is.
Yeah, it's fun. Yeah.
But yeah, I do think some jiu-jitsu clubs are going the way of karate.
Yeah.
It's just as soon as anything starts to grow that big, you start getting these cookie cutter ones that just like pop up everywhere.
Yeah.
And yeah, the system just can't handle the overload, and then we're going to see a crash, and then we're going to see, well, we'll probably see a crash.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say we're definitely going to see it, but we're probably going to see a crash in a bunch of them. A bunch of schools going out of business, or and then it's like, well,
is that what happened to karate? Like all of a sudden, like it must have just also all of a sudden gone out of vogue and not been cool anymore, right?
Well, yeah, and
then only the hardcores are left.
Well, also you get the people that like if you start with kids, right? And if you don't know the kid's name, does the kid still want to be there? The kid's name is the most important part of any of their identity. It's their one thing that is theirs. And if you don't know that kid's name, they're probably gone, or they're not going to want to go back. And then you're like, when you were smaller, you knew everyone's name.
Yeah.
Then once you grow, you don't know their names, and you're just like, hey, you. And then they're like, I don't want to go back to karate. I don't want to go back to jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
And
I'm sorry to cut you off, but I've mentioned it, I think, at least once on the podcast, how I signed up and left because of COVID, and then I was just kind of like, oh, that's too bad. And then I never I want to say like categorically I knew that it wasn't about money. That a couple times you called me just being like, "Hey man, just wondering if you're thinking about coming back. It was cool having you here."
Yeah.
And it was like, "Yeah, I actually should go back." And like,
and I don't know what makes me do that. I just like see someone that I knew that it was helping,
Yeah.
or like I knew that it would help,
or they fit or whatever.
Yeah, and I was like, I want that guy back, right? And that's
like, that guy'd be a good podcast host.
I was like, now I have to spend years upon years building him up to a blue belt so we have a cool name. Damn it.
Oh, this is going to be a lot of hard work for very, very little payoff.
With our tens of viewers.
Yeah. Life-changing money rolling in from the Black and Blue podcast.
Man.
But so I get another thing that kind of goes alongside of the watering down many gyms thing is and I know you're going to have some things to say about this, is like the millions upon millions of Instagram moves out there that are not really teaching anyone anything, are usually like surface level bullshit.
Oh yeah.
It's just fodder.
Yeah. It is. It's so bad. And one, yes, it could potentially work, but my goodness, is it ever a niche? It's a niche within a niche within a niche. Like, it's so far down that you have to get way down there. And then there's some that are just absolute bullshit. But then you filter out some of that, and then you get like some of that Rotolo teen shit, and you're just like, I never thought of that.
Sure.
And now you get, the buggy choke.
Sure.
Who the hell like thought of that? Like, cool, awesome.
Yeah,
it actually works.
Yeah.
But then you get like other bullshit, and you're just like, and I get questions all the time. Like, I get a crazy amount of messages of being like, do you think that this would work? And I'm like, I mean, we can try it. And if it works, cool. If it doesn't, well, no, it doesn't. And yeah, Instagram is amazing for the amount of bullshit.
Yeah.
On everything, but since I'm mostly in jiu-jitsu, there's an amazing amount of bullshit techniques.
Yeah.
And it's great to see like you see like the Krav Maga or the Sistema kind of bullshit, and you're just like, well, at least my shit works.
Is Krav Maga bullshit?
A lot of it.
Is it? Yeah.
Like you get some of that like the military trained stuff.
Yeah.
But that is like hit him in the nuts, smack him with your rifle butt or whatever you have, or roll.
Yeah. It's basically like be as nasty as you possibly can.
Gouge his eyes out. Where you get this other Krav Maga stuff, and you're like, okay, you're gonna wear all this padding, and 5 of us are just gonna beat you, and you're gonna get out, and like they magically get. And you're like,
man, I love watching those. The McDojo, that guy, the McDojo guy. Yeah. It's so, and man, he also points out some pretty hardcore shit in the MMA community too.
I love it. He's excellent at being like, no, we need to be better as a community. Yeah, that is bullshit. That is like sexual assault. That is, and I'm like, good. And like I have like an open communication with him. I'm like,
oh really?
Yeah, like I wanted him to promote my leg lock instructional.
Yeah.
But I'm sure that he's so damn busy that it's But
he's a cool guy though.
Yeah, and like I love that he calls out stuff like that. Like
he has a legit mission to kind of clean up the community.
Yeah, and like there's that one Zuma down, and I mean I'm just gonna call them out on this Zuma down in Victoria. I think it's Victoria or Vancouver.
Is Zuma?
It's Zuma Martial Arts.
What's Zuma?
I don't know. They did jujitsu and stuff.
Oh, okay, so that's just the name of it.
Yeah.
Because isn't there like a
Zumba? With
Zumba. That's like a fitness thing, right?
Yeah. This is
just they're called Zuma martial arts.
Yeah, ZUMA.
Okay.
And they just got called out for a bunch of like sexual harassment and a whole bunch of things, and like a ton of people are like, yeah, that's why your business is suffering, because everyone's leaving because of this and this and this. Damn. And I can't remember her name, but it was a girl on Instagram is like posting all this stuff. I'm like, good.
Yeah.
Keep doing this. You're gonna. And
Yeah.
I was like, here's the thing. You're gonna receive a lot of flack, but you're doing the community a good thing by calling this shit out and being like, that is not right.
Yeah.
I love it. I love seeing.
And did she get a lot of flack?
I don't know. I haven't.
Yeah.
Like
it's a leap. I get that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would assume, just knowing how much shit I get in for when like I call out stuff like that,
Yeah.
and how much flack I get. She's got significantly more followers because, well,
Yeah.
girl in jiu-jitsu generally has like a crazy following.
Yeah.
I'm sure that she's going to be getting a bunch of like bro dudes that are like,
Yeah.
well, that's just this. And it's like, no, shut up.
Yeah.
That's a shitty part of this community, and that needs to be called
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
And she did it right by that.
Yeah. Wow.
You know, so that sucks for them, but it's good for the community.
What do you think of that beer?
Okay, so we got the non-alcoholic Jelly King dry hopped sour. And you know what?
Bellwoods Brewery.
Bellwoods Brewery. Is this Canadian?
Yeah, so they're located in the Trinity Bellwoods area of Toronto at the end of Queen Street.
Oh, dirty Toronto beer?
I've tried 3 or 4 of these now. And I really like it.
Honestly, it's actually really good. I actually really like it. I don't like Toronto, but I've never been there. I just don't like the hockey team.
I used to live in that neighborhood, and my aunt still lives right on that the Trinity Bellwoods Park
just
there.
Another reason not to like Toronto is Emmett was there. not Emmett's aunt. I'm sure Emmett's aunt is a nice.
Toronto used to be cool until Emmett found it.
That's why Toronto hasn't won a Stanley Cup in what, 80 years?
Yeah, I probably ruined it.
No, this one's actually really good. I mean, they should probably sponsor us.
Probably.
Right?
Yeah, I'll keep drinking it.
Yeah.
So.
Bellwoods Brewery.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a little thing. I'm gonna tag them on Instagram, and then they're gonna be like, "Hey, here's some free stuff." Right?
Yeah,
that's how it works.
If they even give us like one or 2 free beers a week, that would be amazing.
Damn, I'd be cool with that.
We'd be rolling in it.
We're the lamest. Like, just give us a T-shirt.
What about 50% off beer, non-alcoholic beer?
They're like, best we can do is 10. Take it.
Yes.
Winning.
That would be the biggest sponsorship we've had so far. So
that is very true.
Yeah.
That's very true.
So, one thing, and I'm going to call myself out here. I'm going to include myself in one of the things that, is kind of an indicator of the fact that jiu-jitsu is declining in coolness is the suburban dad stuff, where it's like every suburban dad is doing jiu-jitsu as a hobby. And like, you see the memes about that too, right?
Dude,
like,
you see them all over. There is a distinction though. There's the suburban dad that does it but doesn't roll or anything.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Right? And then there's the like you that roll.
Yeah.
Right? And I'll give you props. You actually roll, and you roll as much as you can.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
But you see like the guy that's like, no, I can't get a little cut on my face because I have to go be a lawyer or some like whatever they do. I don't know what it is, but you see a lot of not rolling.
Yeah. Oh, do you see that here?
No.
Yeah, not here. Yeah.
No, here we're in a bubble.
Yeah.
We're in a we've talked about it, but we're in a fitness bubble.
Yeah.
Like that 80-year-old that just runs by you and you're just like,
yeah,
how are you running faster?
There's a lot of hardcore people here. Yeah.
And like everyone that trains, unless they're injured, pretty much rolls afterwards. And it's like the 110-pound people all the way up to the 250, and everyone rolls, and it's pretty good. But then again, I think that's because we're in like a bubble of weird people that are fit, and they're cool with like doing that. They're cool with like doing scrambles up mountains where they could fall off and die.
But mountain biking, skiing, snowboarding.
Yeah. So they just come here and they're just like, oh, okay, cool. At least there's a matted surface to fall on.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I do think, and that's sort of how I look at it for me, because you gotta, I don't know, you gotta keep yourself, you gotta have some positive self-talk, right? No, not fit.
Oh, I was gonna be like, I thought you said that you weren't fit.
No.
Going backwards here.
Where it's like, you gotta kind of like tell yourself you're cool, right? So
I think that's what Craig does all day, every day. Oh, at least I'm cool. I know that he listens, so I'm just gonna like give him a little stab.
I think you're cool, Craig.
Yeah, everyone thinks you're cool, Craig. Everyone.
You too, Jared. You're cool, man.
Yeah.
Not you, Jason.
Yeah, no. Fuck Jason. Jason.
That was a good episode, though. That
It was.
Yeah.
It's actually our best performing one, and like we've
Yeah.
gotten a crazy amount of comments of all the movies that we missed.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Dude, we got so, and like reading some of them, and like some of them were like private messages. Like,
Yeah.
not everyone commented on, but like,
Yeah.
we can't believe you left this one off. So on that note, we're gonna have to have him back on, and we're gonna have to do another top 5 and just disregard the previous 5.
Okay, I'm totally down to do that.
And I would actually love to do the 5 worst, but that we still watch.
Yeah.
Right.
Did you watch that that thing I sent you about the guys who were just ripping on Steven Seagal for like 30 minutes?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's funny.
It's
man.
deserved. It's
Yeah,
deserved.
it's so deserved.
Oh my goodness. And the crazy thing is some people are like, he actually tries to injure you. And I'm like, well, and like the one stuntman's like, I could just straight up like knock every single one of his teeth out.
Yeah.
But because he's just a double or whatever, like he was, he can't. And I'm like, oh, man, like give me one chance and then just get it on film. And then I'll be famous for knocking his teeth.
Totally. Oh, so funny though. But yeah, the suburban dad memes, and it's like, I don't know though, man. Like, again, not to kind of like say that I think anything of myself. I certainly don't think I'm great at jiu-jitsu or anything, but I don't know, man. It feels good as a 48-year-old to be like doing something that's a little bit hardcore, you know, like.
I'm almost 40 and I'm like, man, I a lot of craziest thing. I talk to people and they're like, how old are you?
Yeah.
And like, I get an age range of like late 20s. I'm like, late 20s. Okay. And then it's like 50. I'm like, how do I look 50? They're like, well, just the way that you talk and how your body, like how many things you've broken on your body. It's like you've lived a life and now you're doing another life kind of thing.
Like late 20s, but you have some kind of weird disease.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure like I have the mentality of a 12-year-old. Like my humor is definitely a 12-year-old. I still think farts are hilarious.
Yeah.
But then my body's like this like decrepit 70-year-old that's just been like beat up and rolled over by a horse and carriage.
Oh man, like today you left class a couple times to go ice your jaw.
Yeah, man. And it's like I broke my jaw as a kid.
Oh yeah.
So every now and then it gets like tweaked, and it definitely got tweaked in MMA Tuesday.
How'd you break it as a kid? I think you might have told me that.
Boxing. So I was like I was 8, and my brother's friend, so he is 5 years older than me.
Yeah.
So grade 3. So who was 5 years older than me, I hit him, and he was a big guy. Like he was a big guy.
A tree stump.
Yeah. I hit him and it actually angered him. So he just like one shot me, and he's like with boxing gloves on, and he punched me so hard that either the punch or my face hitting the concrete ground broke my jaw.
Oh man.
Yeah. So it broke up, and then they had to pin it and all that fun stuff. So that was a fun summer. Every damn summer I had something in a cast, and like by the like 3rd summer of like school, the doctor knew me. He's like, what happened this time?
By the way, I'm threading this through, even though there's almost no thread here. I'm gonna hold you to showing the car to Sawyer because he asked me about it.
Oh yeah.
He out of the blue the other day. He was like, when is your friend gonna show me his car? And I was like,
just ripped apart the front end to take the engine out. But I'm gonna give me a week, because I'm the steering column.
Yeah.
So I'm connecting it to the tires now.
Nice.
So there'll be something for him to do.
Oh yeah,
there.
cool.
So,
and see how it's connected. That'd be amazing.
So we'll do it then. Um,
unprompted by me. That remember we talked about it
Yeah.
6 months ago or something,
oh, yeah.
and unprompted by me, he was like, "When's Travis going to show me that car?" I'm like, "Okay, he remembers shit." So
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Let's get it done.
So I think the way I want to start to close out our conversation, I'm not ending
Fine, I'll leave the Emmett show.
not ending the podcast just yet, but does it matter if it's cool? You know, does it matter to you? Does it matter in general?
To me personally, I don't care.
No,
I don't care about much. I'm
Yeah.
very apathetic to a whole bunch of shit.
Yeah.
And like if people don't think it's cool, you do you.
Yeah,
And that phrase alone drives my wife crazy, by the way.
you do you. Yeah.
Apparently it's rude. All I say it as like, oh, you don't want it?
You do your thing. Yeah.
like
Why? How is it rude?
I don't know.
Oh.
I'm gonna catch flack for it though.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, not flack. She's actually really nice about, but she's like, you know how we have to talk about like some things you do are rude
Yeah.
because you don't understand this part of like
Okay.
humans.
Yeah.
You do you can sound rude to some people.
Hmm.
I'm like, well, I mean, all I'm saying is if you don't want to do what we're doing,
You do you.
go do you. Do whatever the hell you want. Like we have one life on this like crazy journey in
Yeah.
what is between no time on earth to maybe 100.
Yeah.
Right. And 100.
Not if you're Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, dude.
71.
Hulkamania
Yeah.
has not run wild today.
No.
There's been two. Aussie.
I know. Ozzy and the Hulkster.
Yeah.
You do you. Maybe it's like, I guess the connotation is that you can take out of that is like, okay, whatever you're going to do sucks, but I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. Like, go ahead, you do you.
It might be my tone too. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just like, well, you do you.
Yeah.
Like, whatever.
Sarah, my wife, like, I'm always like, dude, what is up with your tone? And she's like, I don't have any tone. I didn't mean anything. But like, I'm like, that tone, what's going on with your tone? You know, but some people just don't hear the tone, I guess. So
that's usually like what a wife would say to the husband, I think. What's with your tone? I think so.
No, it doesn't happen to me. I don't know. My tone is just so smooth, as you know from the podcast.
That's fair. It's not monotone at all. No.
But yeah.
For me, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
And I think for a lot of people like that train here, we're definitely the counterculture club.
Yeah.
And that's either cool or not cool.
And not in a forced way. It's just because, you know, that's the culture here is just, it's kind of you do you.
Yeah.
And
honestly, if I tried to force it, like, and I know I'm shitting on Gracie Baja, but they're one of the more prominent ones where they're all in like the same color gi. You all bow to like this dude, this picture. You tie your belt facing the wall. All this other like stuff. I'm 100% not that.
Yeah.
And if I tried to be that, I guarantee you members would just leave.
Oh, totally.
Because they would see that it's not me, right?
Yeah.
There's some people like Danny loved like kind of like you like that little bit of traditional stuff, right?
Yeah.
And that's part of it. It's just not part of who I am. If you want to do it, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Have your
and I don't think you're not into that. I think you are in your own way because it's already part of your this is my take on it. It's part of, I think things like respect, integrity,
I think that's just basic humans though. I would say I show everyone respect until they don't show respect, and if you don't show me respect, done. Right?
Yeah.
I don't need to keep doing it unless like there's something there, but I think that's just everyday stuff. Like, and then in the club, like if you don't respect me, I'm just not going to give you time.
Yeah.
Right. And most people like that don't stick around.
Still, you know, I think you the way I see you, you read all those books like the Five Rings and all that, and I know that must formulate some element of your personality. You run a martial arts gym.
Yeah,
Like
that's fair.
I think you're probably shaped by it more than you even really think. Like, yeah, you don't care about the,
The ghost,
the ghost that's in here. I'm trying to think of a less lame sounding word than like accoutrement.
I don't even know what the hell that means.
Like the bells and whistles, like
Just like the accoutrement.
What you talking about? A cooch?
You gotta bring that down a level here.
I know. Like
Sophisticated.
the bells and whistles, like
bow to the dead guy.
Bow to the dead, like, and I don't care about that either. But I like that it's a set of circumstances, it's a context in which there's a certain amount of respect that needs to be outwardly shown.
That's fair.
Yeah. Every time I go on the mat or leave the mat, I bow.
Me too. I guess I don't expect anyone to do that.
Right. And who that's fine.
No.
And you wouldn't, right?
Yeah.
But like I do that for me. It's like,
why?
Because it reminds me that this is a place that is different from out there. It's like I'm entering
the dojo,
the dragon. This is where I leave that behind and enter here, and there's a different set of rules in here, and it's a way to cross that barrier.
Okay. I do it as a sign of respect to the place I train.
Well, yeah, that's the baseline.
Yeah,
but there's another level to it, which is
yeah. For me, it's just show respect to the place I train.
Of course,
and
of course.
I don't. I hate it when, like, not hate it, but I don't like the whole, like, when I visit other places, like, oh, you're a black belt, you're up here with me, like us, and I'm like, yeah, but you're the teacher and this is your school,
right?
But
right.
I have incorporated that a little bit, like when Annette travels out here, I'm like, well, show respect to like how long they've been in it, and I've brought that in. It takes a while for me to understand, but I'm just like, you know what? Yeah, you've been in the game a long time. You're awesome.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. And so, and by the way, the bowing thing, that's obviously the baseline reason why you bow, like to show respect to the place and the effort. I think, like even when you put all the money into this new gym, I texted you to say, thanks for doing that, because right. Cause it means a lot to the students. So that's, of course, the primary reason, but I think it's a way of symbolizing more than that to me.
Fair.
To me,
yeah, and by all means,
bow away.
Yeah, give her.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get a picture of Craig Jones up there so we can all bow to Craig Jones, and his red belt.
But yeah, I don't in any kind of philosophical thing, like I think bells and whistles are weird, like I really like some of those spiritual teacher guys like Ram Dass and stuff like that. But I think it's weird when people wear like, you're wearing like an Indian robe or something to sit in a spiritual conversation. Like, why? You're not even from there. Like, don't do that. That's lame. You can have a spiritual conversation with someone without putting on a weird suit or like having beads or, like growing out your dreads. Like, more power. You do you. More power to you. But like, I'm not attached to that. But I think there's some core aspects of that, like hierarchy, respect, integrity, that I like the fact that it's ingrained in martial arts.
Yeah.
And
that's fair. Makes it less cool.
Am I rambling on about that now?
A little bit. Yeah.
I don't know, man.
People probably tuned out when you're like, yeah, so we're going to end it. Not right now.
I'm trumping out here. Yeah. But yeah, I think what I'm taking from our conversation is that if you do you, if you do you, cool doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And find the gym that has the right vibe.
Yeah. That suits you. And there's so many out there. And as long as they're not teaching you bullshit.
Yeah.
And there's very easy ways to see if they're teaching you bullshit.
Yeah.
Go to another gym and see if it works.
Yeah.
If it doesn't work, you're getting taught some bullshit, right?
Yeah.
Go to open mats, explore other ones. If they're telling you that you're not allowed to do that,
Yeah,
you're in a culty ass gym and you should probably look elsewhere.
By the way, have I mentioned on the podcast that I went out to West Coast BJJ in Victoria?
No, I don't think so.
And John very kindly had me there for a couple days, and I didn't get completely crushed, so it's working.
Good. And he's got legit.
Yeah, he's got some really strong.
Craig actually trained there for a little bit.
Oh, so he has really good guys and Craig.
And Craig.
Yeah,
I was like, yeah, the legitimacy of it just crashed. But yeah, John's awesome. I saw him at AVA there.
Oh, cool. Really nice guy.
Yeah, it was funny. People are like, was it you that said? I don't know if it was you, but someone was like, I don't understand how you know this many people in the community, because they're like, John from there, this guy.
Yeah.
It's like, I compete a lot, and if you compete a lot, you meet a lot of people everywhere.
Yeah,
and that's just probably how it happens. I'm also like in Alberta, maybe Western Canada, pretty prominent on Instagram, or not Instagram, on YouTube, definitely. But
yeah. I mean, you've been at it for 15 years or something.
Long enough, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, you run in that circle long enough, you're gonna know a lot of people.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of people are gonna know you. That's the weirdest thing, when you're walking around and people are like, oh, hey, Travis. I'm like, I don't know you. Yeah. And I know a lot of it. Like, faces are really good. And then I'm like, and they're like, oh yeah, no, I just watch you on YouTube. I'm like, oh, okay.
Really?
Yeah,
oh, wow.
Thank goodness, because I don't remember meeting you.
Yeah, man, that happens to me now, but just because I'm old.
Oh.
And people will be like, hey, man, hey, Emmett. And I'm always like, hey, man.
I watched your podcast.
Yeah. I love you.
Yeah. Thanks for the hair.
Okay, Carter, take it easy, man. So I
steal the mustache shavings.
I got rid of the mustache.
I noticed.
The goatee.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to figure out what my
flavor saver.
My wife hates that. I had that when we first met, and I think she was like, I like this guy, but he's got this thing, and I don't know.
The horrible facial hair. I've been through the whole gamut of it. So been there.
I'm trying to decide now that I'm like almost 50, I'm like trying to decide what my old man facial hair look is going to be. I think I'm kind of digging the Eddie Bravo
nice
thing here. So
I'm just gonna keep a beard forever.
Yeah. You just stick to what you know. It's good.
Dude, I love it. I love my beard. I hated having to be clean shaven every single day. It's crazy.
Well, the good thing is I think we're both still cool.
Yeah, totally. We're probably the coolest podcasters
probably
in Canmore.
Probably the coolest BJJ podcasters in Canmore
that do a podcast with a chess table.
Yeah, called Black and Blue podcast.
Yeah, definitely the coolest.
Yeah. So I don't know.
We might have dipped there when Jason came on.
Yeah. I felt dirty after that.
Yeah, I had to double shower.
Yeah. But I don't know. For me, it is something that I've thought about. Like, is jiu-jitsu still cool? But I think as I've gotten older, I kind of don't give a shit anymore. What's cool or not?
I've never cared. I've just always done my own thing. So
well,
I was the weird kid that had the mullet before mullets were anything cool, and like I almost pierced my ear.
Yeah,
and I was gonna do it myself.
Yeah,
and then
I did that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then some kid came in with a pierced ear. I was like,
No.
All right. No.
Yeah.
I looked at him. I was like, no, I'll be looked at. And I might have cared then,
Yeah.
but I was like, I'll be looked at as a follower.
Ooh.
I wanted to do it because I saw Pirates, and why Pirates have it.
Pirates, yeah, yeah.
Because they have gold earrings
For going around the Cape, right?
to go around the cave.
Yeah. If you go around Cape Horn, you get a gold earring.
Oh, so the original thing for
I'm looking it up.
yeah, you do it. But I can almost guarantee you it's to pay for their funeral if they died. So they would all have like a gold, like a little bit of gold to be able to pay for their casket and funeral. Look up pirates, how to pay for funerals earring.
Okay.
Be
Okay.
specific.
They're both right. So, pirates and sailors.
Look it up, Jamie.
Yeah. Thanks for looking that up for us, assistant in the other room. You'll be paid in
Handsomely.
You'll be paid in gold.
You'll be paid with a 10% discount from Bellwood's Brewery. Eh?
So pirates and sailors in general wore gold earrings for a variety of reasons, practical, superstitious, and symbolic. Proof of sailing around Cape Horn. Rounding Cape Horn, the treacherous southern tip of South America, was considered a major accomplishment, and they would wear an earring as a badge of honor. And some also would say that for the Cape of Good Hope and so on. Burial insurance, gold equals cash for burial. Superstition and folklore, protection against drowning, better eyesight, wealth and status, flash and image.
Nice. Well, that's why Morgan Freeman has a gold earring.
Rounding Cape Horn?
Nope. Well, maybe, but it's to pay for his funeral if he ever dies abroad.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why he has a gold earring. I know.
Okay. All right.
Weird little piece of trivia knowledge for when you're at Sheepdog and
Yeah.
you have trivia.
Let me tell you a little something about gold earrings.
That was one of my like super focus thing, like hyper focus is like on piracy. Crazy.
That's so weird that you say that. That's so weird that you say that because the other day, so we watched Pirates of the Caribbean.
I've only ever watched the first one.
That's what me and Sawyer and my daughter watched that. And 3 days later, we were at the library and he took out every book on pirates.
Nice.
And he's like drawing pirate ships. And yeah, he's into pirates.
Hell.
Actually, you know what? He's kind of like you in that way. Where
I don't know if that's a good thing.
it might not be. But he'll find a thing, and then that's the only thing he thinks about and talks about so hopefully I haven't talked about this on the podcast before, but I took him to Monster Jam when he was 2. It's been 3 years, 3.5 years, and he every single day since then he has talked about monster trucks.
Nice.
Pretty much only.
Yep.
And now he's into pirates a little bit. So maybe we'll see a shift. I don't know.
You're going to see samurai age too.
Samurai phase.
Samurai and ninjas.
Yeah.
So you're going to see Japan culture.
Yeah.
Then, man, yeah, we'll list them all off for you.
Okay.
But I guarantee you that you'll see the samurai ninja phase.
I'm trying
100%.
I'm trying to keep him away from video games because I don't want him going too hardcore down that rabbit hole.
Doesn't need to be video games.
Yeah.
He'll find ninjas and samurai all on his own.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
Man, that kid is hyper focused on things.
Yep. Yeah. That's why my art, because I hyper focused on that for so long.
Yeah. The unfortunate thing is there is no skill involved in monster trucks. That's not totally true. You know what he does is he'll announce entire events and he'll be like, and now Gravedigger is, and he'll just sit there for 3 hours and make a monster jam.
Hell yeah.
So,
I used to do that with Lego and like the WWF figures and stuff. Like I'd have like whole thing. It was crazy. And like, Lego was a big like I had like the mythology behind every Lego brick. Like there was like little I like red Lego see-through Lego bricks.
Okay.
And those lasers, like if you put it on the end of a gun, that laser was stronger than the green Lego.
Right.
Like, and
you had a whole
there was a hierarchy that my brothers and my stepbrothers were like,
what are you talking
We're not
about?
playing with you.
Yeah. No, that laser doesn't do that.
Yeah, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah.
This is like, no. And if they did it the other way, I'd be like, I'm not playing with you. And I'd just
Yeah. No,
take-
that's
take my Lego and walk away.
I think you and Sawyer might be pretty similar, so it's unfortunate.
Yeah,
but-
that sucks.
Anyways, I don't have anything else to say about BJJ being cool. I think there is an eternal factor there that I'm going to keep doing it. So
Yeah, I'm stuck. I
Yeah.
mean, at least I don't have big ass cauliflower ear, right?
Yeah.
That's the thing. If you have cauliflower, you
then
have
you're
to
really
stick.
stuck.
You have to stick with it, or else you're just the guy with the ugly ear
Yeah.
that has like shitty jiu-jitsu.
I don't want that.
Jonah has to stick with jiu-jitsu forever now.
Yeah.
And MMA. Like,
Or wear a toque all the time.
Yeah. And like even then, it's gonna bulge out.
Oh, poor Jonah. He's going to be a fighter for life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's awesome though. He's incredible.
And he's a cool guy.
Yeah. Cool. Well, other than that, anything else?
No, I say long live BJJ. Who cares if it's cool or not?
Live long and prosper.
Live long
That's
and
how
prosper.
cool we are.
We're
we both
super
know that.
cool.
I actually don't know anything about Star Trek other than that Spock.
I used to know so much about Star Trek that I could tell you guest stars' real names and episode numbers that they were on.
Damn. Yeah. I never got into it because I remember my grandpa watched it. I was like, this is the most boring thing ever. And then I'm a kid. Like I was like 5 and I was like,
Yeah.
I can't, I'm done.
Yeah.
I did watch a movie with Chris Pine.
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah.
That was a good movie. I like
Yeah.
that.
I guess now, having admitted that I used to be really into Star Trek, who the fuck am I to judge what's cool? So it's still cool, guys.
I'm still cool.
Please write in and say I'm cool.
On that note, we have a new sign off for Emmett. Live long and prosper. Other than that, if I don't catch you next time, we'll catch you on the flip side.
Thanks for watching, guys.